Hey, second graders, welcome back to another day where we're going to be studying the same article, Water, Water Everywhere, from the book Off to Class. I've kind of gone crazy with the theme here in my classroom, as you can tell, for October, but I didn't forget to put our book right here. Today, we're going to be answering questions using key details about the solution, and we're going to be writing about the solution. Okay, what are the details in Water, Water Everywhere going to help us figure out? The details are going to help us figure out what the solution is. So when I read today to you, I want you to be listening closely, thinking about that second focus question: how is the problem solved? Okay. So I've got my copy of the book here, but I also have a copy for you to follow along. I'm going to flip over here to Epic so that you can see a copy of the text, Water, Water Everywhere. Okay. So let's think about the problem that we read about on the first day. Why is it hard for children in the Shalanbil region of Bangladesh to go to school? Well, remember, they have floods. They have a lot of floods there that have destroyed schools, and the floods have made it hard for them to get to school. So today, we're going to read to find out the solution to this problem. All right. So I'm going to start reading up here at the top, page 9, under this section that says Unsinkable Schools. After seeing many of his friends and family members in Bangladesh miss out on an education, an architect named Mohammed Rezwan decided he was not going to let floods stop any more children from getting to school. He figured that the best way to beat the rising waters is to rise with them on a boat. I thought that if the children cannot come to the school, then the school should come to them, he explains. He raised enough money to open the first school boat in 2002. Now there are 90 boats that travel along a 250-kilometer, 155-mile stretch of rivers and streams in northwestern Bangladesh, giving thousands of kids the chance to learn. What was this section mostly about? Yeah, it was how a man decides to make a boat school. Let's come under this section here. Ahoy, classmates. Boat school is the combination of a school bus and schoolhouse, says Muhammad. 6 days a week, each boat stops at different villages along the shore, picking up children who are mostly in the same grade. When the classroom is full, about 30 to 35 students, the work begins. Okay, so down here, what you can see is the shore. The shore is the land that is closest to the river. See, and there's the boat, pulls all the way up to the shore. Then it looks like the kids can get off the boat. They climb up this to get off the boat. Oh, get back to my page. Sorry, guys. So how does the boat school work? Well, it picks up the students on the land, and it moves as it picks students up. Let's look at this last paragraph here. For 3 hours, the students have lessons in math, reading, writing, English, Bengali, the environment, and conservation. Then the boat returns all the students to their riverbank stops. From there, the boat moves on to pick up another set of students for another 3-hour lesson. Each boat offers 3 sets of lessons a day. What kinds of things do students learn in the boat school? It told us there in the text. They learn math and reading, writing, English, Bengali, the environment, and conservation. Let's go look over here to this 5th paragraph under wireless waves. Even though the boats float from place to place, they have electricity to run up to 4 computers, a printer, a DVD player, and a CD player. Solar panels on the roofs provide all the electricity they need. The boats are connected to the internet through wireless technology. Besides all the modern technology, the boats also stock hundreds of books. Okay, look up here. Do you see this up along the top here of this boat? Those are the solar panels. Remember, you've already learned about solar panels because they had those in the rainforest school to provide electricity. So now they're using them on the top of this boat to give the boat electricity to run all of the electronics. So the students can do a lot of things now because they have electricity. They can run the computers, the printers, the DVD players. Okay, so that is the section of text that we're going to use today, and I want to flip over and show you what you're going to be writing about. So, get you over here on your sheet. Now, this is the sheet that obviously you're using your notebook, so you're just writing the boxes in. But on Monday, you wrote the school, and we called this one the boat school. And this one here is in the Shalanbil region of Bangladesh. And remember, you've already done the problem. You did the problem on Monday. You told us that the problem was the kids had a hard time going to school because of the floods and the water. And so today we're going to take a few notes and we're going to fill in the solution box. We're also going to fill in, why is this school important to the community? Okay. I'm going to reread page 9 so that you can add notes to this section of your note catcher. So what I want you to do is get your notebook and your pencil and write solution and take a couple of notes while I read. Or if you have this sheet printed, get your paper ready because we're going to be filling in the box. I'm going to flip back over and I'm going to read over it, and I want you to write a few ideas here in the solution box. Okay, I'm going to start reading right here. After seeing many of his friends and family members in Bangladesh miss out on an education, an architect named Mohammed Rezwan decided he was not going to let floods stop any more children from getting to school. He figured that the best way to beat the rising waters is to rise with them on a boat. I thought that if the children cannot come to the school, then the school should come to them, he explains. He raised enough money to open the first school boat in 2002. Now there are 90 boats that travel along a 250-kilometer, 155-mile stretch of rivers and streams in northwestern Bangladesh, giving thousands of kids the chance to learn. Ahoy, classmates! Boat school is the combination of a school bus and schoolhouse, says Mohammed. 6 days a week, each boat stops at different villages along the shore, picking up children who are mostly in the same grade. When the classroom is full, about 30 to 35 students, the work begins. For 3 hours, the students have lessons in math, reading, writing, English, Bengali, the environment, and conservation. Then the boat returns all the students to the riverbank stops. From there, the boat moves on to pick up another set of students for another 3-hour lesson. Each boat offers 3 sets of lessons a day. Now, what I want you to do, get back there. What I want you to do pause this video and I want you to put a couple of ideas in your solution box. When you have a few ideas, unpause. Okay, so now you have a few ideas in your solution box. Now we're going to focus on why is this school important to the community? I'm going to go back to the Okay, now I'm going to read the captions for the pictures on this page. Your job is to listen closely to figure out why the school is important to the Shawlanville region so you can add this information on your note catcher. Okay, look under here, under this picture here. It says, in the evenings, the boats also act as community centers, giving adults the chance to learn about things like healthcare and new rice farming methods. So why is this school important to the community? Well, adults can take classes and learn new things too. So that's an idea you can put there. So if you want to put that one down, pause and unpause when you're ready, because now we're going to go look at this other caption down here. All aboard. If it weren't for the boats coming to pick up the children at their doorsteps, many young girls might not be going to school at all. Their parents wouldn't let them travel out of the village to the nearest government school because they believe the journey is dangerous. Also, it takes them away from their chores for too long. Now that the boat schools come to them, the girls have time to both learn and work. So why else is this school important to the community? Well, girls now can go to school too. Okay, so those are a couple of ideas you can put under that box. Now, this is the most important thing you're going to do today. Now that you have your notes, we're going to come back over to the sheet that we're going to work on. And we're going to take that information, and this is actually what you're doing today now that you have your information. You are writing. You had a sheet that looked like this for the problem. It was a focus statement and the problem. Well, you may just be writing in your notebook. That is absolutely fine. But you're going to need a sentence or two here and a sentence here. Now, this section is where you're going to put your information about the solution. Excuse me. You're going to use details from the text to describe the solution. So let's think about what we could say. This model here is an example of a paragraph that was written about the solution in Xishuao, Brazil. And it says, so they solved this problem by building a new school. The new school has solar panels, computers, and the internet. Now all students can stay in their village and go to school. So now you need to think about how you're going to start off the solution writing here, because we're talking about Bangladesh here. We're talking about the water everywhere, the boat school. So they solved this problem by building a boat school. That's an idea. And instead of they, you might even mention the man, the architect. So an architect solved the problem by. You might choose to use his name. So Mohammed Rezwan decided to solve the problem. So we need to say how they solved the problem. And you might want to put a cool detail or two in here about the boat school. Not just that they built the boat that they can, go to school on, but how the boat picks them up and that it's like a school bus because it picks them up and picks up all the other kids. You might talk about some of the things they learn on the boat. You might talk about some of the things they have on the boat. So you want to give us a sentence or two about, actually, it looks like there's 3 sentences here, so maybe even 3, but at least 2 about how the problem was solved, and then a conclusion statement. Now, we talked last time that the conclusion was the last part of your paragraph. That's where you remind your readers of your topic. So you can simply state, that is how the community solved the problem. I might say, that is how the architect helped to solve the problem. Or we could, instead of saying solve the problem, we could say that is how the Mohammed Reswan helped the children get back into school. You just need a sentence that makes a statement like that, that's what you just told them was how the problem was solved. So you're going to finish up these 2 pieces today, take a picture of it, put it in Google Classroom, and there's going to be a really exciting lesson next time where we put all this together, and you're going to have a really nice piece of writing. All right, I'll see you next time.